please do the needful. Okay, right? All the best. See, actually, Vishnu sir is going to handle, a debrief of the last session. That is, already we have discussed about goal setting and attitude formation. Now, today he is expected to deliver the modules related to group discussion and then, the powerful presentation, right? See, dear friends, it's very important to have elements of GD and presentation. Okay, all of you are going to be future managers, and then accordingly, you should have, effective discussion skills and, the presentation skills. Okay, so please extract the maximum from, the prominent resource person. I need not introduce him. Okay, he is a very, very popular resource person who is an alumni of IIM Kozhikode. The newcomers, please, okay, be receptive to the resource person. We have one of the eminent, professional trainer, okay, in Kerala, okay, so Vishnu Lona Jacob. He is an alumnus of, Indian Institute of Management, Kozhikode. So on behalf of KBS, let me once again welcome Vishnu sir to this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So very good morning to everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful time with Cochin Business School so far. I think almost you are into 1.5 months of your MBA. So this is the second time we are interacting. I'm very happy that I'm invited once again to interact with you all. And it's indeed a pleasure to always interact with young minds. So as sir rightfully said, my name is Vishnu Lona Jacob. And today we'll be touching on attitude, a bit of goal setting, and then we'll dive into group discussions and presentation. So before starting anything, I want a couple of answers from your side. So why do you think, I want anyone to answer, whoever is confident he can answer the question. So why do you think today we are arranging this session? What might be the reason? Can anybody give me a suggestion or a reason or an answer to that?
Faculty members told us that personality development.
Okay, personality development. Very good. So you're assuming that your personality is not developed yet?
No. It's not like that, sir. I have to improve.
Very good. I respect that point. Very valid point. Personality development. Any other suggestions, please? Does anyone have any other answer for that? Why we are here today? No. The first answer was very interesting. I want everyone to re-listen to what your fellow colleague said. He said, the reason why we are attending this webinar is one of the faculty members said, this is going to be something which is going to improve your personality. So which clearly means till this point, he hasn't given a thought about it. He has just taken the statement from the faculty and he is expecting some magic is going to happen. And the very purpose of today's class, today's webinar is this one statement. I want everyone to catch this statement. It's a very interesting statement. The statement goes like this. If you want something you don't have now, then you should be willing to do something you haven't done yet. I hope it is very clear. If anyone listening wants something that you don't have now, in this moment, till this date, then you should be willing to do something you haven't done so far. And that is the exact purpose of today's webinar. To align you to explore the unexplored possibilities, to take that different path which you haven't taken till now, so that in the end, your destination is going to be entirely different from what you had so far. So that is the basic purpose of today's webinar. I remember this great phrase, which I have in my room actually. I've just saved and written it in my room in a paper. It's by Martin Luther King. He says, fear knocked the door, courage went and opened, and saw no one. You understand? So the statement is fear knocked the door, courage went and opened the door, and saw no one. It just shows if you're confident, if you're courageous enough to commit mistakes, to take a chance in your life, then new outcomes are going to come out. In your MBA life, the most important element is to travel the untraveled path. I don't want anyone to follow the path which you have been following. I want you to discover new path every day. And I promise you, the more paths you discover, the more you come to know about yourself. The more you come to know about yourself, the more creative you become, the more confident you become, and the results are going to be overwhelming. One of the biggest trouble with our youngsters is we hardly take a new path. We don't try anything new. We always say that we want to try something new, but we don't do that. Just imagine, I want you to take you all back to your college days, your degree days. I just want you to assume. Tell me if it is not right. Just imagine this is one typical day of yours, okay? I'm going to explain one typical day of your life. I'm not saying that it's going to be 100% exact, but it's going to be 90% exact for sure. Going back to your college days, this is one typical day. You might wake up around 7, 6, 6:30, whatever is the time. Maybe someone will wake up at 5 o'clock. So the moment you wake up, the first thing most of you will do is you straight away head to your toilet, your bathroom, right? Straight away. You go there, half closed eyes, am I right? In kind of a girl mood, you'll be walking like this. Straight you go, open the door, get inside, do the basic thing. And the basic most important thing is brushing the teeth. And I'm very sure by default, you know where the toothpaste is, where the brush is, and your hands will directly go there. You'll pick it. By default, you know what is the paste you're using. It will be Colgate or Close-Up for the last 15 years, no doubt. You'll squeeze it out onto the brush. You look in the mirror. By default, you know you're going to see the same face, no doubt. There is no doubt on that. You see the face and you'll be like, yeah. Then you bring the paste and you know the same taste. Then you wash it, do the basic stuff, come out. You have a school to attend or a college to attend. I know almost all the students, by default, they know where the uniform is. They'll go to the uniform. Most of them don't wear the uniform. They actually fit into the uniform. Especially guys, if you see, they will open this one buttons and they'll be like putting the shirt over the top, you know, they'll be getting inside. And girls will do the same, wear the ID card and come to the dining table. That's where they come. And I can promise you, 99 out of 100 of you will be having a reserved seat at your home in the dining table. If you see someone sitting in that chair, you will be like, why are you sitting? That's my chair. Understand? So you make sure that you sit in that same chair. And you know by default it's Monday. And if it is Monday, Amma is going to prepare upma. So you will tell to your brain, upma varte. You know the same thing. So the upma comes, you'll be like, okay, good. You finish it off, you walk outside your home, you start waiting for the bus. And by default, you know, your bus is going to come around 8:20. And around 8:17 or 18, there's going to be another bus, which is going to come fast. And soon after that bus, your bus will come. So your brain will be saying, parte, okay, parte, all right. Then your bus comes. And by default, you know that person who's going to greet you in the bus. You call him the kili, right? You'll see him, very good. You get inside the bus, you walk in, and by default, if it's a college bus, I can guarantee that if guys are entering the college bus, boys are entering the college bus, they'll be like waving the hands, walk straight to the extreme back of the bus, no doubt, to the extreme back, they'll walk. If it is girls means, definitely by default, all the 3 years of your degree, you will be walking straight, third row, second seat, and besides you, it will be Ansi and Nancy, no change. By default, you will sit in the same seat. You need Ansi on the left, Nancy on the right. No change in that. You will follow that for 3 years. Then the bus reaches the school or college. You step down, you see the same security guard. You'll be like, yeah, I know him. I've been seeing him long, right? You just walk past the principal's room, the dean's room, whoever it is, Monday, first class, first hour. I'm 100% sure every student will have a fixed seat and you will have a fixed combination of people sitting beside you in the classroom. You will never bother to change. You will go there, sit, Monday, first hour, you know it's physics or maths. Your brain will say, porate, todangikolu, am I right? This is exactly what you follow. And by the evening, a teacher or someone asks you, how was your day? You'll say it was pretty boring. Nothing new happened. How will something new happen unless and otherwise you genuinely try for something new? That is the point. Have you ever tried using a different toothpaste? Have you ever tried wearing your uniform in a different way? Have you ever tried a different chair in your home? Have you ever tried to sit with different people in your class? Have you ever tried to talk with different people on a regular basis in your college or your class? We never take one step to initiate difference, but you always expect different outcome. Believe me, my dear students, it's not going to happen. So the key is to initiate difference. If you want to initiate difference, you have to constantly remind your brain, I am going to do something different today. On purpose, you have to do something different. Unless and otherwise you initiate that thought every day, I'm going to talk to someone new today. I'm going to make a friend with someone new today. I'm going to ask a different question. I'm going to play a different game today. I'm going to participate in a different sports today. For a difference, I want to be the one who's going to say the word of thanks. Unless and otherwise you constantly remind your brain, you won't be able to achieve a different outcome. So this is the thought which I want everyone listening to me to practice. Practice a thought for a difference. And unless and otherwise you practice it, it won't become a habit. And unless and otherwise it becomes a habit, you won't become an expert in it. So the attitude part which I was covering had motivation, had the leadership, had the proactiveness, had the vision, everything we have covered. The new point I want to add is always show the courage to try something new, something out of the box. Unless and otherwise you try that, you won't get a different outcome. All the students who are listening have to get this in your brain. And one of the huge issues which everyone faces is you get anxious, you get stressed out when difficulties arise. So I want to give you an example and I want you to train your brain this way. This is going to be like a 7-step strategy I want everyone to follow. So this is going to be pretty easy. Give me one moment while I comment. So I'm going to give you a situation and I want a couple of answers from you. Situation is like this. You have made a presentation in front of your teachers. And in front of all the students, some teachers felt your presentation was not good. And they completely blasted on you. Like they criticized you heavily in front of your friends. And you felt real bad. So I want to ask you one simple question. I want a couple of answers. Once that happens, what is the first thought that comes to your brain? That is what I want to know. What is the first thought that comes to your brain when you're being humiliated in front of your friends? What is the first thought in such a scenario? What might be the first thought? Can anyone give me an answer? Come on, I want some answers. Make it an interactive session.
Sir?
Sure, go ahead.
The first thing that would come to my mind would be why everyone is here at this moment.
Definitely. So the first thing is like, why is everyone witnessing this humiliation? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Very good point. One more answer or two more answers I want, please.
Sir,
So,
Please.
sir, I'll think that screw this, I'm out.
Sorry, I didn't get, can you come again?
I'll think that screw this, I'm out.
Okay, screw this. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Am I right? That's absolute utter disappointment. Very good. Good. One more answer.
Sir,
Sure.
I just think about why she criticized me.
Why me? Am I right? Why
Yes.
me? Why is this happening every time to me? Am I right? Good.
Right.
So we have three thoughts. Why is everyone witnessing? Screw. I'm gone. I'm screwed. And the third one is why me? Now I want to ask you the second phase of the question. Does any improvement happens out of these three thoughts? Do you think these three thoughts will lead to any improvement?
Yeah.
It will.
Yes.
How? Can you explain? Screwed. What is the improvement out of that? I'm screwed. Gone. My day is over. So what is the improvement that is going to come out? Or why is everyone witnessing this? Please tell me.
See it as an opportunity.
Okay, you're going to see it as an opportunity. Now you have a very
Yeah.
gentle
You
smile
have
on
to
your
close
face.
your own work to view it objectively. We need
Sorry,
feedback from others in order to improve.
Can you come again on that? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Because we need feedback from others in order to improve. When someone criticizes our work, they give us a gift like their perspective, especially if it's heard by multiple critics, can help us discover opportunities. Otherwise, we might miss.
Definitely. That is your perspective. My question was, out of the three situations, does those three people who are thinking in that way, I'm screwed, why me, why everyone is seeing, will they have that interpretation out of that statement at that moment? That was the question.
We don't have to listen.
Very good. So I want everyone to write it down, note it down. If you can follow these steps, I can promise you, if you can follow these steps, this is going to change the thought process. And this is going to form the basics of your group discussion and your presentations. So the first thing is, whenever something doesn't happen well for you, someone criticizes you, something doesn't go as you plan, the first thing you have to do is you have to tell your brain, calm yourself. Good. 1 minute, something has happened, whether it's good or bad, let me calm myself. Let me come back to my senses. That is the first thing you should tell your brain. Because unless and otherwise your brain is calm, composed, you won't be able to make constructive decisions. This is the first thing. It is applicable when you're writing an exam, you read the question and you don't have a clue to the answer. Immediately don't get restless. Don't try to find answers. Just take a second, pause and calm yourself. That is the first step I want you to do. Calm yourself. Tell to your brain, okay, it has happened. It has happened. Now, the second stage is analyze the situation. You have to analyze what has happened. What made this thing? Why did someone criticize me? What point was the criticization made? You have to analyze the whole situation. So first, you are going to calm yourself. Second, you're going to analyze the situation. And third is very important, you're going to analyze your mood. Whether your mood after listening to the feedback is a humiliation, is of dejection, is frustration, is negativity. What is your mood? Immediately when you get that comment, when you get that feedback, what is your present mood? Is it anger? Is it despair? What is it? Just analyze it. That is the third one. First, you're going to calm. Second, you're going to analyze the situation. Third, you're going to analyze your mood. And that was the third thing. And the fourth thing is the most important element. You're going to analyze automatic thoughts. There is going to be some automatic thoughts that is going to come up. Same like three of your colleagues said. If you're humiliated, what is the immediate thought that comes? It's called automatic thoughts. I'm not good. Why me? Why in front of everyone? I was correct, but still why me? Ain't me good enough? These are the automatic thoughts that come. So identify that. So note it down in your brain. What are the automatic thoughts that are coming up? And once you have identified that, then I want your brain to work on supportive evidence. Now we have automatic thoughts. I want your brain to come up with supportive evidence, rightfully as my friend did. One of your friends said, why this happened in front of everyone? The other friend said, since it happened in front of everyone, it's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to correct. It's an opportunity to improve the confidence. That is supportive evidences for that automatic thoughts. So I can do better. It is me because the teacher feel I have the skill to improve. That's why she's always pointing me. I think she believes in me. That is why she's always trying to correct me. So that is the supportive thoughts you're bringing to support your automatically triggered thoughts. Now the next important thing is the contradictory thoughts. Contradictory thoughts to your supportive thoughts. They can be like, it was just a silly mistake. Why she made a big fuss about it? I actually made a beautiful presentation. Only one sentence was wrong. Only one concept was wrong. Still she pinpointed that. That is like targeted behavior. It is contradictory thoughts, am I right? You're trying to bring contradictory thoughts to your supporting thoughts. So now you have supportive thoughts. Now you have contradictory thoughts. And in the 7th stage, you're going to identify the balance, the middle line. Is my supportive thoughts more important than my contradictory thoughts? And you have to hit that balance. And once you hit that balance, I want everyone to analyze the present mood. Once you have hit that balance, then ask yourself, okay, was the presentation useful? Was the feedback genuine? Was my supportive thoughts more helpful than the contradictory thoughts? So is there genuinely a need for improvement? If you can practice your brain in this cycle, always the first is to calm yourself, analyze the situation, observe the automatic thoughts, bring in the supportive thoughts to automatic thoughts, bring in the contradictory thoughts, bring in the middle line, analyze the present mood. If you can bring that, if you can match that thought process, it is going to sound very difficult. Initially, when you hear that, it's going to be very tough. But if you practice it, 1 week, 2 week, 3 week down the line, I can promise this becomes a habit. Any issue you face, your brain will align with this thought practice. And then you can always get the best out of any feedback, any sessions, any interactions. This is the first thing I want everyone to lay. And why I'm saying this, I will give an example, and then I will go into the group discussion part and the presentation part. This is an example of a boy. So I want to present it in Malayalam. I want everyone to listen carefully. So there was a kid. Okay, I'll brief the story and give it. So there is this kid. So avante veetile bayangara prashangal undu. Appo ee kidinte oru prathekadha ennu vechu before the kid is born, there is a family backdrop to it. So oru achanum ammiyum avarku orupaadu financial issues undu. So they get married, they're struggling with their financial issues, but they are happily married. And as like any married persons or married family, the thing is they want to have kids. എല്ലാവരും കല്യാണം കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഏറ്റവും ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് അവരുടെ ഒരു സ്വന്തം കുഞ്ഞ്. So by God's grace or by divine intervention, they were blessed. So wife conceive ചെയ്തു. So ആദ്യത്തെ കുഞ്ഞ് ഒരു ആൺകുഞ്ഞാണ്. But ഈ ആൺകുഞ്ഞിന് കുഴപ്പം ജനിച്ചപ്പോൾ തന്നെ ചെറിയൊരു പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടായി. പ്രശ്നം എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ he looked very chubby, very beautiful, very handsome, very lovely kid. പക്ഷെ ഒരു കുഴപ്പം എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവന്റെ ആക്ടിവിറ്റി വളരെ കുറവായിരുന്നു ജനിച്ചപ്പോൾ തന്നെ. അപ്പൊ അന്ന് പഴയ കാലമാണ്. സോ എല്ലാവരും പറഞ്ഞു കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ജനിച്ചു അതിന്റെ ഒരു 3 months 4 months down the line he is going to be more active with proper nutrition, proper food എല്ലാം കൂടെ വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് റെഡി ആയിക്കോളും. അങ്ങനെ കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഒരു 3 മാസം 4 മാസം കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ആക്ടിവിറ്റി ഇംപ്രൂവ് ചെയ്തു. He started laughing, smile was there, he was trying to talk. പക്ഷെ കുഴപ്പം കൈയും കാലും അധികം അനക്കുന്നില്ല. സോ ഈ പാരന്റ്സ് അത്ര എഡ്യൂക്കേറ്റഡ് അല്ല, ഫിനാൻഷ്യലി വളരെ പൂർ ആണ്. സോ അവർക്ക് ഭയങ്കര കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ആയി. അവരാലോചിച്ചു വാട്ട് ഷുഡ് വി ഡു, എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? ദേ ഹാവ് നോ ക്ലൂ. അവിടുത്തെ അടുത്ത് അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് അറിയാം, വി ഡോണ്ട് ഹാവ് ഹോസ്പിറ്റൽസ് ടു ആക്സസ്. സോ അവർ നാട്ടുവൈദ്യന്മാരെ കാണിച്ചു. അവർ ഒരുപാട് ആളുകളെ കൊണ്ട് പ്രാർത്ഥിപ്പിച്ചു. നത്തിങ് ഇസ് ഗോയിങ് ടു ഹാപ്പൻ. 1 വയസ്സായിട്ടും കുട്ടി കമിഴുന്നില്ല, കൈ കാലൊന്നും അനക്കുന്നില്ല. സോ അങ്ങനെ എല്ലാവരുടെയും അഡ്വൈസ് സ്വീകരിച്ച് അവര് മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയി ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തു. ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തപ്പോഴാണ് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നത് ഈ കുട്ടിക്ക് പോളിയോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു അസുഖമാണ്. സോ ഒരു കൈയും കാലും ജന്മന തളർന്നതാണ്. സോ നത്തിങ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഡൺ. ഒരു കാലും ഒരു കൈയും തളർന്നതാണ്. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നത്തിങ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഡൺ. സോ ഭയങ്കര അച്ഛനും അമ്മയ്ക്കും ഭയങ്കര വിഷമമായി, ഭയങ്കര നിരാശയായി. അച്ഛൻ നിരാശ വന്നപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ചെറുതായിട്ട് മദ്യപിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങി. അപ്പൊ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ ഫിനാൻഷ്യലി ഇഷ്യൂസ് ആണ്, അതിന്റെ കൂടെ ഈ മദ്യപാനം കൂടെ തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഭയങ്കര ടോട്ടൽ ഡാമേജ്. യു നോ വാട്ട് വിൽ ഹാപ്പൻ ടു എ ഡ്രങ്കർഡ്സ് ഫാമിലി. ഈ കൊച്ചു വളർന്നു. പക്ഷെ പണ്ടത്തെ കാലത്ത് ഒരു പ്രത്യേകത, നമ്മൾ ഒരു ഫാമിലി നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു കുഞ്ഞ് 2 കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ നിർത്തത്തില്ല അല്ലെ. ദേ നോർമലി ഹാവ് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് കിഡ്സ്. സോ ഈ കുഞ്ഞിന് ശേഷവും ആ വീട്ടിൽ വേറെ 10 കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ കൂടെ ജനിച്ചു. സോ ഓൾ ടുഗെദർ 11 കിഡ്സ്. ഓരോ കുട്ടി ജനിക്കുമ്പോഴും പോവർട്ടി ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യാണ്, അച്ഛന്റെ മദ്യപാന സ്വഭാവം കൂടുകയാണ്. തിങ്സ് ആർ വെരി ബാഡ്. അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ കാര്യം എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ ഫസ്റ്റ് കിഡിന് ശേഷം സെക്കൻഡ് ജനിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ആൺകുട്ടിയാണ്, തേർഡ് ജനിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ആൺകുട്ടിയാണ്, ഫോർത്ത് ജനിച്ച ഒരു പെൺകുട്ടിയാണ്. ഈ പെൺകുട്ടി ജനിച്ച് ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിക്ക് 6 മാസം പ്രായമുള്ളപ്പോ നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തെ തന്നെ ഞെട്ടിച്ചൊരു സംഭവം ഉണ്ടായി. അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് പത്രങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ വന്ന സംഭവം. ഈ പെൺകുട്ടി 6 മാസത്തില് പട്ടിണി കിടന്ന് മരിച്ചുപോയി. ക്യാൻ യു ഇമാജിൻ ദാറ്റ്? അതിന് ഡോക്ടേഴ്സ് പറയുന്ന പേര് മാൽ ന്യൂട്രീഷൻ എന്നാണ്. പട്ടിണി കിടന്ന ഒരു കുഞ്ഞ് മരിക്കുകയാണ്. അങ്ങനെ മരിച്ചപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഇത് വലിയ വാർത്തയായി. വാർത്തയായപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടുകാർ വന്നു, ഇടവകയിലെ ആൾക്കാർ വന്നു. വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ്? നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ പട്ടിണി കിടന്ന ഒരാൾ മരിക്കുമോ? അങ്ങനെ നേരെ വന്ന് ഈ വീട്ടിൽ കയറി നോക്കിയപ്പോഴാണ്, വീടെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒറ്റ റൂമാണ്. ആ റൂമിൽ ഈ പായയില് ആൺകുട്ടി, മൂത്ത ആൺകുട്ടി കിടപ്പുണ്ട്, കാലും കൈയും വയ്യാത്ത ആള്, 2ാമത്തെ കുട്ടി, 3ാമത്തെ കുട്ടി, 4ാമത്തെ കുഞ്ഞ് മരിച്ചിട്ട് ഒരു വാഴയിലയിൽ കിടത്തിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അടുത്ത പള്ളിയിൽ അച്ഛൻ വന്നിട്ട് ചോദിച്ചു, വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് ഹിയർ? ഇതിന്റെ അമ്മ എന്തെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു കുഞ്ഞിന്റെ. സോ ഈ അമ്മ സൈഡിലിരിക്കുന്ന കണ്ടപ്പോ ഈ അച്ഛൻ തന്നെ ഞെട്ടിപ്പോയി. ഉണങ്ങി വരണ്ടിട്ട് ഭയങ്കര വീക്കായിട്ടൊരു ലേഡി. അച്ഛൻ അറിയാതെ മനസ്സിൽ ചിന്തിച്ചു, ഈ അമ്മ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഫീഡ് ചെയ്യുക? ഈ അമ്മ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഗർഭം ധരിക്കുക? ഷി വാസ് സോ വീക്ക്, സോ വീക്ക്. ഉടനെ അച്ഛൻ ദേഷ്യപ്പെട്ട് ചോദിച്ചു, നിങ്ങളുടെ ഭർത്താവ് എവിടെയാണ്? ഗൃഹനാഥൻ എവിടെയാണ്? ഉടനെ ഈ സ്ത്രീ പറഞ്ഞു, പുറത്തുണ്ട്. ഈ പള്ളിയിൽ അച്ഛനും നാട്ടുകാരും പുറത്തു നോക്കിയപ്പോ ഈ മുറ്റത്തൊരാൾ മദ്യപിച്ചിട്ട് ഒരു ലെവലില്ലാതെ ഇരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇത് കണ്ടപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഈ അച്ഛന് ഭയങ്കര ദേഷ്യമായി. പള്ളിയിൽ അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞു, നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഒരു മനുഷ്യനാണോ? വാട്ട് ആർ യു ഡൂയിങ്? നിങ്ങളുടെ ഈ മക്കളെ നോക്കണ്ടേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക്? പക്ഷെ പുള്ളിക്കാരൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി ആൽക്കഹോളിക് ആണ്. ഹി ഡോണ്ട് നോ വാട്ട് ടു ഡു. സോ അച്ഛനും നാട്ടുകാരോട് പറഞ്ഞു, നിങ്ങളൊരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യും, നിങ്ങളുടെ ഈ മൂത്ത മകനുണ്ടല്ലോ, കാലും കൈയും വയ്യാത്ത കുഞ്ഞ്, ഞങ്ങൾ പള്ളിക്കാരും നാട്ടുകാരും സ്പോൺസർ ചെയ്ത് അവനെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാം. നിങ്ങൾ അവനെ കുറിച്ച് ഒന്നും അറിയണ്ട. അവന്റെ ട്യൂഷൻ ഫീസ്, ഫുഡ്, ക്ലോത്ത്സ്, എവറിത്തിങ് വി വിൽ പ്രൊവൈഡ്. എവറിത്തിങ് വി വിൽ പ്രൊവൈഡ്. റെസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ ഫാമിലിക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാ മാസവും 1 ചാക്ക് അരി എത്തിച്ചു തരാം. ഇനി ഇവിടെ പട്ടിണി ഉണ്ടാവരുത്. ഇത് കേട്ടപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും കൊച്ചിന്റെ അച്ഛൻ ഇങ്ങനെ തലയാട്ടി. അമ്മയ്ക്ക് ഒരു ആശ്വാസമായി. സോ നാട്ടുകാർ അവരുടെ വാക്ക് പാലിച്ചു. അവർ ഈ മൂത്ത കുഞ്ഞിനെ സ്പോൺസർ ചെയ്ത് പഠിപ്പിച്ചു. ബാക്കിയുള്ള ഫാമിലിക്ക് വേണ്ടി 1 ചാക്ക് അരി എത്തിച്ചു. ഈ കുഞ്ഞ് തരക്കേടില്ലാതൊക്കെ പഠിച്ചു. 10th കഴിഞ്ഞു, +2 കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഡിഗ്രിക്ക് ഈ കുഞ്ഞ്, കൈയും കാലും വയ്യാത്ത ഈ കുഞ്ഞ് നന്നായിട്ട് പഠിച്ചു. +2നൊക്കെ അത്യാവശ്യം മാർക്ക് മേടിച്ചു. അന്ന് പ്രീ ഡിഗ്രി എന്നാ പറയുക. സോ ഡിഗ്രിക്ക് ആ കുഞ്ഞ് ഇരിഞ്ഞാലക്കുടയിൽ ക്രൈസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു കോളേജിലാണ് പഠിച്ചത്. സോ ഈ ഡിഗ്രി ബികോം എടുത്താണ് പഠിച്ചത്. അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് ബികോം ഒരു ഭയങ്കര സംഭവമാണ്. സോ ബികോം നന്നായിട്ട് പഠിക്കുകയാണ്. ബികോം 3rd ഇയറിൽ പഠിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ കുട്ടി, കൈയും കാലും വയ്യാത്ത കുട്ടി, അവന്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഒരു ഫെസ്റ്റിവൽ നടക്കുകയാണ്, ഒരു ആർട്സ് ഫെസ്റ്റിവൽ ക്രൈസ്റ്റ് കോളേജില്. സോ അവനും അതിന്റെ ഭാഗമാണ്. പല കോളേജിലുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ ആ ഫെസ്റ്റിവലിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാൻ വരുന്നു. ആ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ UC കോളേജ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു കോളേജ് ഉണ്ട്, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചിലർക്ക് അറിയായിരിക്കും, ആലുവയിൽ, ഒരു ഫേമസ് കോളേജ്. സോ അവിടെ ഒരു സുന്ദരിയായ പെൺകുട്ടിയും ഈ ഫെസ്റ്റിവലിൽ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വരികയാണ്. ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിയെ കണ്ടപാടെ നമ്മുടെ പയ്യന്റെ മനസ്സിൽ ലഡു പൊട്ടി. He doesn't know what to do. So he was like completely swept off, absolutely fallen in love എന്നൊക്കെ പറയത്തില്ലേ. പക്ഷെ അവനൊരു കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഇല്ല, കാരണം ഈ കൈയും കാലും വയ്യ പ്രശ്നമാണ്. പക്ഷെ എന്തായാലും ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിയുടെ പുറകിൽ പതുക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ നടക്കുന്നു. ടിപ്പിക്കലായിട്ട് 3 days ആണ് ഫെസ്റ്റിവൽ. ഓരോ ദിവസവും ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിയുടെ പുറകിൽ നടക്കുന്നു. ആ പെൺകുട്ടിയോട് ഒന്നും സംസാരിക്കാനുള്ള കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഇല്ല. ബട്ട് ലാസ്റ്റ് ഡേയിൽ ഈ പയ്യൻ രണ്ടും കൽപ്പിച്ച് ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിയോട് പറഞ്ഞു, എന്റെ പേര് ഇതാണ്, ഞാൻ ഈ കോളേജിൽ ബികോം പഠിക്കുകയാണ്, എനിക്ക് കുട്ടിയെ കണ്ടപ്പോൾ ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടമായി. സോ കുട്ടിക്ക് സമ്മതമാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ കുട്ടിയെ വിവാഹം കഴിക്കാം. അന്നത്തെ കാലമാണെന്ന് ആലോചിക്കണം. ഇത് കേട്ടപാടെ കുട്ടി ഞെട്ടിപ്പോയി. കുട്ടി ഇവനെ ഒന്ന് നോക്കിയപ്പോ മൊത്തത്തിൽ ഒരു ഷേപ്പ് ഇല്ല. അപ്പൊ കുട്ടി പറഞ്ഞു, നിന്റെ കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഒക്കെ കൊള്ളാം, പക്ഷെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കാര്യത്തിൽ ഞാനല്ല തീരുമാനം എടുക്കേണ്ടത്, എന്റെ പാരന്റ്സ് ആണ്. if you have any such thoughts, come to my parents and talk with them. So പയ്യൻ പറഞ്ഞു okay fine, എനിക്ക് അഡ്രസ്സ് തരും, ഞാൻ നേരിട്ട് വരാം. പെൺകുട്ടി ഞെട്ടിപ്പോയി. പെൺകുട്ടി തമാശയ്ക്ക് അഡ്രസ്സ് എഴുതി കൊടുത്തു, പെൺകുട്ടി വീട്ടിൽ പോയി. പെൺകുട്ടി സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് എടുത്തില്ല. ആ ഞായറാഴ്ച ഈ പെൺകുട്ടി നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ പയ്യൻ നേരെ ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിയുടെ വീട്ടിലോട്ട് വരികയാണ്, അഡ്രസ്സും തപ്പി. നേരെ വരുന്നത് കണ്ടപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും അപ്പൻ, ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിയുടെ അപ്പനും ഇങ്ങനെ ഞെട്ടി, ഇതെന്താണ് പരിപാടി? ഉടനെ പയ്യൻ വന്നിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, എന്റെ പേര് ഇതാണ്, ഞാൻ ക്രൈസ്റ്റ് കോളേജിൽ ബികോം പഠിക്കുന്നു, ഞാൻ മോളെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കോമ്പറ്റീഷനിൽ കണ്ടു, എനിക്ക് മോളെ ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടമാണ്, അപ്പച്ചന് സമ്മതമാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ അവളെ വിവാഹം കഴിക്കാം. ഉടനെ ഈ അപ്പച്ചന് ഇവനെ ഇങ്ങനെ നോക്കിയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, എടാ നിനക്ക് എങ്ങനെ പറ്റും? അപ്പച്ചൻ ഇവനെ മൊത്തത്തിൽ നോക്കിയപ്പോ ഒരു ഷേപ്പ് ഇല്ല. ഉടനെ പയ്യൻ പറഞ്ഞു, അപ്പച്ചോ എന്റെ ഈ കാലും കൈയൊന്നും കണ്ട് വിഷമിക്കണ്ട, എനിക്കൊരു അത്ഭുത കഴിവുണ്ട്. ഉടനെ അപ്പച്ചൻ ചോദിച്ചു, എന്താണ് നിന്റെ അത്ഭുത കഴിവ്? ഉടനെ പയ്യൻ പറഞ്ഞു, കഴിവ് വേറൊന്നുമല്ല, ഞാനൊരു വികലാംഗനാണ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഗവൺമെന്റ് ജോലി ഉറപ്പാണ്. അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്? ബിക്കോസ് അവനോട് സമൂഹം പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്, സിൻസ് ഹീസ് എ ഹാൻഡിക്യാപ് ഹി വിൽ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ഗെറ്റ് എ ഗവൺമെന്റ് ജോബ്. അത് കേട്ടപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് അപ്പച്ചന് ചെറിയൊരു വിഷമവും ഒരു സഹതാപവും ഒക്കെ തോന്നി. അപ്പച്ചൻ പറഞ്ഞു, എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു, യു ആർ വെരി സ്മാർട്ട്, പക്ഷെ എന്റെ മോളെ കുറിച്ച് എനിക്കൊരു സ്വപ്നമുണ്ട്, ആ മോളെ ഒരു ആരോഗ്യമുള്ള ചെറുപ്പക്കാരനെ കൊണ്ട് കെട്ടിക്കുന്നു. സോ എന്നെ ബാഡ് ആയിട്ടൊന്നും തോന്നരുത് പ്ലീസ്, ഐ എം എക്സ്ട്രീംലി സോറി. ഈ പയ്യൻ ഡിസപ്പോയിന്റഡ് ആയി, പയ്യൻ ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോയി, അവന്റെ ജീവിതമായിട്ട് മുന്നോട്ട് പോയി. ഈ പെൺകുട്ടിയെ നല്ല ആരോഗ്യമുള്ള ഒരു പയ്യനെ കൊണ്ട് കല്യാണം കഴിപ്പിച്ചു, അവര് സുഖമായിട്ട് ജീവിച്ചു. അവർക്ക് 2 മക്കളുണ്ടായി, ഒരു ആൺകുട്ടി ഒരു പെൺകുട്ടി. പക്ഷെ അൺഫോർച്ചുനേറ്റ്ലി ആ ഹസ്ബൻഡ് ഈ രണ്ടാമത്തെ മോള് ജനിച്ച് 6 മാസം പ്രായമുള്ളപ്പോൾ കാർഡിയാക് അറസ്റ്റ് വന്ന് മരിച്ചു, ഹാർട്ട് അറ്റാക്ക്. സോ ഈ ലേഡി ഒരു വിധവയായി, 2 കുട്ടികൾ അനാഥരായി. കുറച്ചുനാൾ ആ ലേഡി അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ജീവിച്ചു, കുറച്ചുനാൾ their life went like that. പക്ഷെ കുറച്ചുനാൾ കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഒരു ലേഡിക്ക് ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് ജീവിക്കാനുള്ള ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്, അന്നത്തെ സാഹചര്യം, 2 കുട്ടികളെ നോക്കണം. സോ ഈ ലേഡിയുടെ പാരന്റ്സ് വിചാരിച്ചു, ഇവളെ നമുക്ക് പുനർവിവാഹം കഴിപ്പിക്കാം. അങ്ങനെ കുറെ പേരെ അന്വേഷിച്ചു. പക്ഷെ അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് ഈ 2 കുട്ടികളുള്ള ഒരു സ്ത്രീയെ മാരി ചെയ്യാൻ ആരും തയ്യാറല്ല. അപ്പൊ എന്ത് ചെയ്തെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, ഈ അച്ഛൻ മലയാള മനോരമ അന്ന് ഭയങ്കര ഫേമസ് ആണ്. സോ ഈ മനോരമയിൽ ഒരു പരസ്യം കൊടുത്തു, എന്റെ മകൾ വിവാഹിതയാണ്, ഹസ്ബൻഡ് മരിച്ചുപോയി, 2 കുട്ടികളുണ്ട്, താല്പര്യമുള്ള വരന്മാരുടെ അപേക്ഷ ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു. ഒപ്പം ഈ അപ്പൻ ഈ പരസ്യത്തിൽ ഒരു വരി എഴുതി ചേർത്തു, അല്പം അംഗവൈകല്യമുള്ളവർക്കും അപേക്ഷിക്കാം. അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്? സോ ഈ പരസ്യം നമ്മുടെ പഴയ കാമുകന്റെ ഓഫീസിൽ ഇരുന്ന് ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന്റെ ഒപ്പം വായിച്ചപ്പോ ഈ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് കാമുകനോട് പറഞ്ഞു, എടാ മോനെ, നിന്റെ കല്യാണമൊക്കെ നടക്കാതിരിക്കുകയല്ലേ, അതിന് മെയിൻ കാരണം നീ ഹാൻഡിക്യാപ്ഡ് ആണെന്നാണല്ലോ. ഈ പരസ്യം കണ്ടോ, 2 കുട്ടികളുള്ള ഒരു കേസാണ്, പക്ഷെ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, അവർ ഹാൻഡിക്യാപ്ഡിനെയും പ്രിഫർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഉടനെ ഇവൻ പറഞ്ഞു, എന്റെ പൊന്നെ, എനിക്ക് കല്യാണം വേണ്ട, ഒന്നും വേണ്ട, എനിക്ക് എന്റെ അനിയത്തിമാരുണ്ട്, ഐ വോണ്ട് ടു വർക്ക് ഫോർ ദം, ഐ വോണ്ട് ടു ടേക്ക് കെയർ ഓഫ് ദം, ഐ വോണ്ട് ടു ഫോക്കസ് ഓൺ ദെയർ ലൈഫ്, ഐ ഡോണ്ട് വോണ്ട് എ ലൈഫ് ഓഫ് മൈ ഓൺ. പക്ഷെ ഈ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന് ഇവനോടുള്ള സ്നേഹം കൊണ്ട് they send a reply to the letter. ഈ അഡ്വർടൈസ്മെന്റിന് they send a reply. ഈ റിപ്ലൈ കിട്ടിയ പാടെ നമ്മുടെ പെണ്ണിന്റെ അപ്പൻ ഒരു വണ്ടി എടുത്ത് നേരെ ഇദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ഓഫീസിലോട്ട് വന്ന് ഈ ഓഫീസ് നോക്കി അകത്ത് കയറി. ഈ അപ്പച്ചനെ ഇവനെ കണ്ടപ്പോ ആകെ ഞെട്ടിപ്പോയി. കാരണം വർഷങ്ങൾക്ക് മുമ്പ് തന്റെ വീട്ടിൽ വന്ന അതേ ചെറുപ്പക്കാരൻ. ഈ അപ്പച്ചൻ എന്ത് പറയണമെന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല. ഈ പയ്യനും കാര്യം മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല, വാട്ട് ഇസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ്. ഉടനെ ഈ അപ്പച്ചൻ പറഞ്ഞു, എനിക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ലെറ്റർ കിട്ടി, സോ ആർ യു സീരിയസ് അബൌട്ട് ഇറ്റ്? അപ്പോഴാണ് പയ്യന് കാര്യം മനസ്സിലായത്. പയ്യൻ പറഞ്ഞു, എന്റെ പൊന്നപ്പച്ച, എന്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ഒപ്പിച്ച പരിപാടിയാണ്, ഐ എം നോട്ട് അവെയർ ഓഫ് ഇറ്റ്, ബട്ട് എന്തായാലും അപ്പച്ചൻ ഇത്രയും ദൂരം വന്നാലേ നമുക്കൊരു ചായയൊക്കെ കുടിച്ച് സംസാരിച്ച് പിരിയാം. ഗുഡ്. അവരൊരുമിച്ച് ചായയൊക്കെ കുടിച്ചു, കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ സംസാരിച്ചു. അപ്പൊ ഈ പയ്യൻ ഈ അപ്പച്ചനോട് പറഞ്ഞു, അപ്പച്ച, നമ്മളിപ്പോ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഐ ഫീൽ സംതിങ്. എനിക്ക് ആ പെൺകുട്ടിയെ എന്തോ ഇപ്പോഴും ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. അവള് കല്യാണം കഴിച്ചു, ഹസ്ബൻഡ് മരിച്ചു, 2 കുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് എൻ ഇഷ്യൂ. അപ്പച്ചനും ഫാമിലിക്കും ഓക്കെ ആണെങ്കിൽ ഐ വിൽ മാരി ഹർ. ഇത് കേട്ടപാടെ ഈ അപ്പച്ചൻ ഭയങ്കര ഹി വാസ് ഇമോഷണലി സ്റ്റക്ക്. ഉടനെ അപ്പച്ചൻ പറഞ്ഞു, നീ മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞാൽ പോരാ, നിന്റെ ഫാമിലിയും പറയണം, അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. സോ അങ്ങനെ 2 ഫാമിലീസും ദേ മെറ്റ് ഈച്ച് അതർ, ദേ ഡിസ്കസ്ഡ്, അവർ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഷെയർ ചെയ്തു, പെണ്ണും ചെക്കനും കണ്ടു, സംസാരിച്ചു. അങ്ങനെ 1984 എറണാകുളത്ത് വെച്ച് ദേ ഗോട്ട് മാരിഡ്. അവരുടെ കല്യാണ ഫോട്ടോ ഇസ് വെരി ഇംപ്രസീവ്. അവരുടെ കല്യാണ ഫോട്ടോ പെണ്ണും ചെക്കനും, പെണ്ണിന്റെ കയ്യിൽ ഒരു ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് 1 ഇയർ ഉള്ള ഒരു കൊച്ച്, ചെക്കന്റെ കയ്യിൽ ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഒരു 3.5 years ഉള്ള ഒരു കൊച്ച്. അതാണ് അവരുടെ കല്യാണ ഫോട്ടോ. 1984 ഓഗസ്റ്റിലാണ് അവർ കല്യാണം കഴിച്ചത്. അങ്ങനെ അവരുടെ കല്യാണം എറണാകുളത്ത് വെച്ച് നടന്നു. ദേ ലിവ്ഡ് ഹാപ്പിലി. 84 കല്യാണം കഴിഞ്ഞ് 85 ജൂൺ 1 1985 ജൂൺ 1 രാവിലെ 10 മണിക്ക് അവർക്കൊരു മകൻ ജനിച്ചു. ആ മകന്റെ പേരാണ് വിഷ്ണു ലോന ജേക്കബ്, ദ പേഴ്സൺ who is speaking right to you. ഈ കഥ എന്റെ അച്ഛന്റെയും അമ്മയുടെയും കഥയാണ്. This is the story of my parents. My father's name is Jacob and my mother's name is Rani Jacob. And why I'm saying this story is, we are living happily as a family, with my brother, with my sister, with my father, with my mother. Why I'm saying this story is, if my father never believed in his instincts, if he never had the guts to follow what he loved, if he never had the passion and drive to believe in himself, he would have never been able to achieve all what he achieved today. And that is an important message which he has given me, which he is giving to the entire world. Remember, ഒരു കള്ളുകൂടിയനായ അച്ഛന്റെ മകനായിട്ട് ഒരു പെങ്ങൾ പട്ടിണി കിടന്ന് മരിച്ച കുടുംബത്തിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു ഹാൻഡിക്യാപ്ഡ് ആയിട്ട്, that is like a weird combination to have. That's a weird combination to have. If that guy can come to this point and stand in front of everyone and still lead a successful life, it is all about how far you believe yourself. This story I wanted to say is, I see a lot of students who come up with excuses. If you ask students, they'll come up with a lot of excuses. Internet issue, I didn't know about it. I just tried to log in, there were some issues. Always in life, we come up with excuses. I don't want anyone to say any excuse in life, because excuse is killing opportunity. Remember this. The moment you believe in excuses, you're killing your opportunity. You have enough and more opportunity ahead of you. Just stop creating excuses and look out for the opportunity. So coming to the group discussion part, this is the key element. Once you complete your MBA, you go for any interview. Any interview, you take it with any company. Without group discussion, none of the interviews happen. Every interview, you will have a group discussion. I want you to answer what might be the reason for a group discussion. What is the reason? എന്തിനാണ് ഈ group discussion നടത്തുന്നത്? According to you, can I have some answers? Why do you think group discussion?
I want to eliminate unfit candidates.
To eliminate the unfit or unmatched candidate. Okay, that's such a negative way to look at it.
Communication skill.
To evaluate the communication skill. Very good. Any other reason?
Gain a better understanding of the subject or topic.
Very good. Gain a better understanding of the topic under consideration. Anything else?
Confidence of the person.
Confidence of the person. Very good. Have any one of you attended a live group discussion in your life?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Very good. How was the experience? What was expected? Were you selected?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So why do you think you were selected that day? Any reasons for that? Did you evaluate that? Why am I
No,
selected?
sir.
No.
No, sir. I don't know.
What was the topic? What was the topic given to you? Do you remember? No, don't remember. No issues. Fine. Woman entrepreneurship, empowerment.
Woman empowerment.
Okay, woman empowerment. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. That's a very good topic. So I want everyone to listen to this very carefully. When it comes to group discussion, there can be different types of group discussion, first of all. One discussion is you will be given a topic. You have to speak on the topic. That is one type of group discussion. Any topic, it can be women empowerment, it can be anything. Politics in democracy in politics, it can be equality, it can be anything, any topic. There will be a topic given to you and you have to speak on the topic. That is one type of group discussion. Second type of group discussion is you will be given a topic. You have to either support the topic and speak, or you have to oppose the topic and speak. So that is the second type of discussion, wherein there is a topic, some people will support it, some people will oppose it. Whereas the first is, you're given a topic, you generally discuss on the topic. So those are the two. Then there is a third GD, third type of group discussion, wherein you will be shown different slides. On a PowerPoint, you will be shown different slides. Maybe for 2-3 minutes, you'll be shown different slides. And once all the slides are shown, you have to speak connecting all the slides. You have to speak taking into consideration all the things that were shown in the slides and connecting them together. So that is the 3 commonly used kind of GDs which you see. So normally a group discussion happens for 15 to 20 minutes. The ideal time is 20 minutes. And the ideal strength of participants is 7 to 14. 7 is the minimum, and it can go up to 14. And normally they are seated in a circular position or a semicircle. These are the most common thing. 99% of the time they will be seated in a circular positioning or in a semicircular position. So it is 7 to 14, 15 to 20 minute duration. A topic will be given to you. You have to speak on it. Support it, oppose it, generally discuss on the topic, or PPT slides will be shown. You have to connect and speak. This is what an intro of group discussion is. And why this is happening? There are 3 reasons why a group discussion is conducted. First is to evaluate your listening skill, not your speaking skill. A group discussion is conducted to evaluate how good a listener you are. Many people forget that. I want everyone to note it. In group discussion, it is never about the quantity of time you speak. It is about the quality of what you speak. Don't assume that you speak more, you get more score. No, that is wrong. A group discussion doesn't happen like that. It's all about the quality of content. So it's your listening that is the first element. Second element is your ability to accommodate others or your leadership quality. How good are you in handling others, in accommodating others, in giving space to others, in controlling others, in influencing others? So second, you can say your leadership quality. And the third most important thing is, what is your purpose of speaking? Is it data oriented? Is it based on facts? Is it based on convictions? Is it based on knowledge? Or are you just beating around the bush or bluffing? So how much knowledge you have on a topic you're speaking? These 3 elements are very, very important to a group discussion. Definitely the communication part, the teamwork, everything comes in these 3 elements: the listening, the leadership, and your knowledge. In knowledge, it comes the confidence. In knowledge, it comes the communication. In knowledge comes all these facets. By knowledge, I mean how aware you are of the topic. So the first thing you have to do is, whenever a topic is given to you, make sure you analyze the topic. You bring in facts, you bring in connecting examples, you bring in figures, you bring in connecting scenarios to the topic. So women empowerment is the topic. First thing that comes to your mind should be, what is the status of women empowerment in India? What is the status of women empowerment globally? Which country do you think is most high standards in women empowerment? What might be the factors influencing women empowerment? How can you improve the state that is currently in India? So this has to be a fact and figure-based discussion, rather than emotionally speaking about women empowerment. Rather than pitching in your emotions, you should be able to bring in figures, facts, and supporting examples. So that is what I mean by facts. So if you can follow 6 steps in a group discussion, anybody can clear group discussion. If you have attended a group discussion, you will know there will be 1 invigilator or 2 invigilators. I want to ask you something. When you are participating in the group discussion, does the invigilator ever intervene in the process of group discussion? Does he intervene? I want you to answer. Once he gives the topic, once the discussion starts, does he interfere in between?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, right? Absolutely no. The invigilator will be sitting somewhere, either in the center or towards one end, and he just observe you people speak. And while observing, he's marking on certain points. And this 6 points, I want everyone to by heart. In a group discussion, whoever initiates a GD, whoever concludes a GD, get a free point. Whoever starts the group discussion, that shows your proactiveness, that shows your initiative, he gets 1 free point. Whoever concludes the GD, he gets 1 free point. One is who starts it, one is who concludes it. So don't wait for someone to start, don't wait for someone to conclude. Normally in a group discussion, towards the last 2-3 minutes, the invigilator will tell you, okay, the time is about to run up, make your last statements. So that is the time for conclusion. And always remember, when you're concluding a group discussion, it shouldn't be like, okay, I strongly believe that women empowerment according to me is this. No, that is not the way to conclude a group discussion. That is the way to conclude a debate. When you conclude a group discussion, it has to be something like this. My dear friends, we had a wonderful session. It has enriched everyone, a lot of aspects of women empowerment. But personally speaking, these are the points I want to put forward and I want to assert. So that is the way. When you conclude a group discussion, you want to conclude as a part of a team, not by saying, I am the only right person here. My point is only the right point. So whoever starts the GD, whoever concludes the GD gets a free point. Second thing, the most important, whoever is willing to be professional in a GD. This is something which everyone forgets. Mostly, I have seen thousands of GD. I've taken at least 500 plus GDs in my life, at least, for different colleges, for companies. The GD will start very professionally. 2-3 minutes into the GD, it will become like a barking fight. You know? It's like a dog fight. We start arguing, we start speaking, and some people will be like simply sitting quiet. Some people will be like arguing with a tooth and nail. No. In group discussion, whenever you want to make a point, you take the permission. You be like this. For example, you're participating in a group discussion. You want to make a point. You have to say, excuse me, I agree to my friend's point, but I have to add something to it. That is the way to speak in a group discussion. Or you can say, excuse me, I have a different view to that particular point. According to me, this is what I feel. You have to interpret or interfere in between like this. Not like all of a sudden you start speaking, you know. 10 people are discussing something, 2 are speaking, then I want to speak something and I want to just start about it. No, you don't do that. That is not a professional way. Whenever you want to speak in a GD, you make sure that you say, excuse, as my dear friend said, I want to add something to it. I absolutely agree with my colleague, but I have a different perspective to add to it. I have a different opinion to my colleague. My view is such. So that is the way you have to present in a group discussion. That shows you're professional. And whenever you complete the point, every students have a tendency to keep on speaking. Don't do that. Once you make your point, you make sure you tell, now that I've made my point, I request my colleagues to put in, participate, rather than you deciding to speak for the entire 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Don't do that. Make sure you make other people participate in it. This is very, very important. As I said, GD is not about the quantity, it's about the quality of the content. That is the second element. Be a professional throughout the group discussion. And the third element is, don't ever repeat the statements. When you have made a point, or when somebody else has made one point, don't repeat that point. Come with your unique points. You have to think and come with different perspectives rather than listening to someone and you already have that point. Unfortunately, somebody else has talked that, but you don't have any other point. You repeat that. No, don't do that. That is very, very bad in group discussion. You always come with unique points. Never repeat the concepts, never repeat the examples, never repeat the figures that is already being discussed. So that is the third point. Fourth most important point, always bring in examples. When you're participating in a group discussion, always bring examples to substantiate your point. Examples are the best way to connect with people. It is the best way. If you can bring in examples, if you can bring in phrases by eminent personalities, if you can bring in live example from the industry, from economical democracies, or from political backgrounds, it is going to help your point a lot. So always bring in examples. And the next point I want you to add is always listen to fellow participants. Always listen. Keep a note of what other people are speaking. Believe me, the invigilators will be observing each and every one. The more you listen, they'll be more happy. Because when you are a listener, it means you are trainable. If you have listening skills, that means you can be molded. Companies are looking for that. So always keep your ears open. Keep your eyes wide. It shows that you are eager to listen. You are enthusiastic to listen. Most of the students, what they do is, once they make their statement, then they immediately go into a hibernation. They'll be like, okay, my job is done. That's it. Don't do it. All throughout the 20 minutes of the GD, always be energetic. Always be active listener. And the last part is very, very important. Never bluff. Never bluff in a group discussion. Never say something which you're not sure about. Always speak on things which you are 100% sure about. There is a lot of things I have seen in GD. People assume that group discussion is all about English communication. You get a topic, you keep on speaking about something, your English might be good, your communication might be exemplary, but unless and otherwise you bring facts to it, it is not of help. So these are the 6 key elements I want everyone to focus on. You initiate, you conclude, you be a listener, you be a professional, you always bring in example, be factual, and always maintain the energy throughout the group discussion. If you can stick on to these 6 elements, even if your communication is a little bit low, you will definitely be able to present yourself best. So that is the aspect I wanted to communicate. One more aspect is remaining, which is the presentation skill, which I'll take on to the next session. I'll put it for the next session. So before closing the session, I want to ask everyone a question. Everyone, at least I think 4 or 5 answers I should get. And I should get from different people. Already I see 3 or 4 people who always speak. Remaining people are silent. I want them to speak for this. You have been listening to me for 1 hour. I want 5 people to tell me what you have gained from today's session. What you have gained. 3 things you gained from today's session. Come on, start. I want someone to do. I don't want to call the names, please. Good, someone is trying for that. Go for it.
How to...
Sorry, I can hear you. Should I call out the name then?
Sir, how to participate in a group discussion?
Okay. Then? How to participate in the group discussion. Definitely, that's a good point. Any other points you gain?
So never fear to change.
And never fear the stage or never fear anything. Am I right? What is your name? May I have your name, please?
Change. Midun Suresh. Actually, I said never fear change. Midun Suresh. Hello.
Mithun, never fear. Can you? You're not audible. Can you speak once again?
Never fear change. Yeah.
Very, very good, man. Never. That's very good. Never be afraid to incorporate change. Am I right? Always be willing to take new route. Very good point. Thank you. Thanks a lot. One more person from the girl side.
Sir,
Very good.
never give excuses. That is equal to killing opportunities.
Exactly the point. What is your name? May I have your name, please?
Haifa Nasrin, sir.
Very good. Never come up with excuses. That's killing the opportunity. I can promise you, we have close to 60 or 70 students attending the webinar. Out of this, those who haven't taken the opportunity to speak today, they will definitely think after this webinar, ഞാൻ സംസാരിക്കേണ്ടതായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? കുഴപ്പമില്ല, അടുത്ത തവണ സംസാരിക്കാം. അടുത്ത തവണ never comes. Believe me, it's all about today, it's not about tomorrow. Never say excuses, it's equal to killing your opportunity. Very good. One more answer I want. One more person, come on.
Sir,
Very good.
sir, to see in another perspective.
Always look at things from different perspectives, am I right?
Yes.
May I have your name, please?
Yes. Sir, Tintu Mariam.
Tintu, very good, Tintu. Again, the same point. Always look out of the box. Look for solutions that are crazy, that are weird, that are out of the box. Always take the different path. Very, very good, Tintu. Thank you. And one more answer, and we will close the day. One more person.
So when
Something happens badly in any situations, so we should not be
more restless unless
we get a solution for that.
so we should find a supportive against that. So
Very
we should be there in that situation.
Exactly. Whenever problems come at you, look for the solutions. Don't look at the problem. Am I right? That is a very important thing. So today, my main focus, you have already narrated. Remember the points and remember to practice the thinking pattern which I said. Make sure today onwards, whenever anything happens to you, whether it is good, bad, whether it is encouragement or discouragement, whether it's success or failure, always follow the thought pattern which I said. Thank you for your participation. Thanks once again for the wonderful opportunity. And stay safe, take care, have a good day. Thank you all. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Pradeep sir, audio mute ആണ്.
Hello, is it audible?
Yes,
Hello?
you're audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Yes,
thank you,
sir.
Professor. And I hope it was a wonderful session. I couldn't join for the whole even because I had some very urgent work. And dear friends, okay, let me inform you one more thing.
Pradeep, sir, sorry to interfere. May I leave?
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.
thank you, sir.
sir.
Have a good day, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks, sir. Yeah. So, dear friends, I would like to inform, one more very important aspect, today, immediately after this GD session. See, training and development, I believe it has to be continuous. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, there are colleges, okay, who used to conduct the placement training in the third semester for a period of 1 week or maximum up to 5 days. Monday to Friday, the whole day will be taken for placement training. Fine. Now, from my little experience, what I have seen is it is not effective because students, will be triggered as far as the motivational element is concerned, because all these professional trainers, they are good in motivation and, they will kickstart, the thought process. Beyond that, the outcome is never happening. So what we have decided in our business school in KBS is to start the placement training from day 1 onwards. Believe me, okay, we have already scheduled in detail. Okay, in our academic calendar, the days are already marked, which are the sessions, to be utilized for group discussion. We start, group discussion and aptitude training in the first semester itself. As part of that only, we have included, today's session. Fine. In the coming days, okay, along with academics, you will be getting, the placement training also. Okay, as far as the aptitude test is concerned, we have the best ever resource persons, regarding aptitude training as well as group discussion. And along with that, the faculty will also join hands. Okay, mentoring group wise, we will have, the practice sessions as far as group discussion is concerned. In the second semester, we will start placement training. Again, with another element, that is personal interview. Personal interview will start in the second semester. Fine. And you will be also required to interview some of the eminent personalities. Okay, you can form one small team and we will send you, okay, to organize and conduct one interview with a celebrity. It can be a manager or eminent personality. I hope you understand. Fine. Therefore, placement training is going to be continuous in our college. And today I have one element of concern because a lot of absentees are there. I don't understand what is the reason, but we cannot accommodate absenteeism for training. Okay, during a class hour, if suppose 1 or 2 absentees, I can accommodate, no problem. But for a training session, it is next to impossible because these trainers are very, very busy people, and it is very important to attend their sessions. You cannot afford to lose the elements of training. Okay, because every element of training, every module of training is a part of a module. It's a part of a larger module, and you will be losing the sequence in between. Once you lose the sequence, then it is very difficult to get it back. Actually, I have to contact the absentees today personally. I believe so because I have to call them and find out the reason. Fine. And if it is not a genuine reason, then something else I have to take it in a different view. See, dear friends, we are very focused. Okay, as far as I am concerned, I am always very particular about the outcome, about the result. Okay, I would like to announce it again and again. The class committee members, please make a note of that. Outcome is very important for any activity. Let it be an academic session, let it be a training session or a seminar or any sort of activity. I believe in outcome. Therefore, I cannot afford to have a lot of absenteeism like this. Give a message to the class. Okay, if some students are really not focused, I think Kochi Business School is not the right place for them. Okay, it's not the right place because Dr. Thomas and me, we have an ambitious plan. We have an ambitious plan, and we don't want larger deviations, because we would like to have very, very effective sessions, and we would like to place all the candidates in good organizations. Even Dr. Thomas belongs to a very particular genre of resource persons. He sometimes even assure the salary also for placement. If you look at Lead College, okay, even salary challenge is there, not the challenge being taken by our government. Okay, he is giving some assurance regarding minimum salary. Minimum salary is assured provided certain conditions are there. Okay, so we all are part of the Lead family now, and we are also into the same track. So in between, I don't want any such deviations, larger deviations. Okay, because see, today what happened, only 52, I think the maximum was 50 or 51, not beyond that. That means how many absentees are there? So the class committee members, please make a note of the absentees. Okay, take it from your batch coordinator. Fine, your batch coordinator is attending an FDP now. I don't want to disturb her. Okay, and let me see what are the reasons. And we have to take some sort of corrective measures. Okay, have Onam celebration And in between, we have a lot of things to do. Some of you are very eager to know about the administrative aspects. Okay, everything will be transparent and it will be informed to you. Don't worry about that. So, for example, transport facility will be given from the nearest town. That is, from Ernakulam town or Kakinad. We are providing transport facility. Director has given the assurance the other day. I had clarified this point. The moment you raised it in the mentor group meetings, immediately I contacted the director and addressed the issue. Okay, transport will be provided, and some conditions will be there that will be informed to you. Okay, fine. So don't have apprehensions, any doubt, any clarifications you can make at any point of time. But as far as attending the programs and as far as undertaking the activities, no compromise at all. Don't expect any compromise from the teachers. It is only for you. Okay. See, I'm not going to gain anything out of this. Any monetary benefit, nothing is there. But I have given a word, to the management, to the director, that along with my faculty team, my students and parents, I will elevate the level of KBS. Because we all stand for that, right? Next year, we are going to have accreditation. Okay, that is the accreditation by National Board of Accreditation, NBA, which has been taken by SEMS, and so we are into that level. I don't want to focus what MES is doing or what Tokaj is doing. I'm not underestimating them, but I know the culture of MES. Okay, what is happening? കുറെ പിള്ളേരെ സൂചിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ മാത്രം ഇട്ട് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും നമ്പർ കിട്ടുന്നെങ്കിൽ പോരട്ടെ എന്നുള്ള ആ ഒരു സ്ട്രാറ്റജി. ഒരു വർഷം വർക്കൗട്ട് ആവും, 2 വർഷം വർക്കൗട്ട് ആവും, ചിലപ്പോൾ 3 വരെ പോകും. Not beyond that. It is not going to be sustainable. Okay, one important term in management, sustainable. I hope you understand the meaning. So let us have sustainability, and you also should totally focus on sustainable development. Okay, so for that I have to introduce training programs and development programs also. See, I told you I am willing to take you at any level, including live projects, management development programs. Any level is possible for me. But your involvement, your participation, your support, and your openness. Okay, with an open heart, you have to get involved into the platform of KBS. That is my only request. It is, you are all very tired. Okay, take rest and retrieve the points which you have, which you got from this session, and make it, apply. Don't hesitate. When a resource person or a teacher is, asking some questions, be responsive. Immediately you have to show that, courage. Fine. Okay, don't hesitate on your language or any sort of apprehensions. Fine. All the very best. So tomorrow we'll meet again 9:30. Okay, in between, I would like to have a discussion with the class committee members. I'll call you depending on my time. I will call you. Okay, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.